Hi. This is one of the stories that I wrote. The original name I realized was taken, so I'm just going to call it The Contest. Um, I can't really record my face and read at the same time, so I'm just going to, read from this paper. Okay. Hi, my name is Derek Riss. My friends call me Cube. That's because I'm lucky at rolling dice in every game I've ever played since I was 5. This past year, I graduated high school. It's July and I'm 18. Today I got a call from one of my classmates, my computer whiz friend, Rick Sanchez. Derek, Rick's on the phone. I got it, Mom. Hello? Derek, have you signed up for the contest? I got picked. Contest? The one they advertised on TV. Yeah, I totally spaced it. When did you find out? Today, in the mail. Check your mail. Hold on. I ran downstairs and got on Dad's computer. What do you know? There it was. I opened my email. Congratulations, you are a contestant, blah, 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 to win $100,000. Wow. I ran back up to my room and picked up the phone. I got picked too. Great. Then we both leave by Saturday. I gotta go. My baby sister is by herself, and my parents went on their date. But I'll call you tomorrow. Bye. See you Saturday, Rick. I hung up and ran back downstairs. Mom, I won. I'm a contestant. You did? Well, we'll get you some clothes for the trip. Your dad will be happy. Yeah, and he'll give me the lecture on how to be responsible away from home. He's just being a father. He wants you to become a man others can look up to, like his father, Grandpa Riss. I know. Saturday came. I got on the bus with Rich Sanchez and a group of other guys. There were a few girls and even some adults. Some of the others were friends already, like Chang and Scott. Others include Indy and Teddy, Max and Quincy, Plex and Charlie Hustle, Sin, a guy who calls himself Butters because he's a big fan of South Park, Weddle, Irene, and Candace, Mindy, and Alex, and Woody. And then Wolf came late. When we all got there, there were others on a bus already leaving for the island. We all loaded our luggage and headed for the meeting. Cube, I'm glad you made it. This is to be This is going to be great. I talked to a guy named Derek. What? Yes, same name as yours. He left on the other bus. He said he was told that they give you your own apartment for free, or you can share a pad together. His was part of Group A, and he said they get all the food and drinks they want. There's a pool, a restaurant, a dance club, and so on. Okay, but what's the contest about? They wouldn't tell him until they reached the island, I guess. Sounds fishy to me. Come on, you two. The meeting's starting. That was the last time I saw Rick or anyone else. We had the meeting. They talked about the money and that we were part of Group B. I asked about what the other group was promised, and they said that was all in the compound. But our contest was different. We boarded the bus, and they gave us a sack lunch for the trip. I ate it and passed out. They must have drugged the food because I wasn't tired. I had a good night's rest for the trip. I woke up in a dark cell. Yes, it was a jail cell. A bunk or bed with a mat and a toilet/sink. And that's it. My pockets were empty and my luggage was gone. One single guard walks past my cell. It's dark in the hall and in the cell. Only the light from the outside window shines in. Some of the others are here too. I can hear Charlie Hustle, a couple cells down, whining and crying about our situation. But the guard ignores him. Across the hall, quote-unquote Butters, keeps talking to him. But the guard ignores him also. There's not enough cells for all of us as far as I can see. So the others must be somewhere else. What kind of contest is this? Test. This is some sort of test. Hey, Butters, over here. This is a puzzle. We got to figure a way out, really. Search your cell. Everyone, search your cells, said Butters. His real name is Matt, so I may just call him Matt from now on, because I don't know if I get copyright problems if I call him Butters. Anyways, I searched behind and under the toilet and sink, under my mat and bunk. Nothing. Then I heard other voices. "Get out of the way, Teddy. You're blocking the door," said Sin. These guys were coming from the right of the hallway. I looked around my window but found nothing. Behind the building was a fence and a small path between the fence and the jail, and there was a road heading from the jail. "Hey, what are you doing back there?" said the others. "I'm Teddy Jones. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on." "What's going on is you're going back to your cell. How did you get out?" Oh, that was the officer talking. "I wasn't in a cell." Teddy grabs the officer's gun. "Hey!" The gun drops when the officer punches Teddy in the throat. Then some other contestants are in the corridor, all of them attacking the officer. Max picks up the gun. I hear all the cell doors click. I open mine and I look out. Indy takes off toward the left side of the corridor. I dart out next just as the doors lock down again. "Wolf, what are you doing?" said Matt. "I've got it. Hold on." I look in Charlie's cell, and he's using his blanket to punch and kick the window. "Charlie, what are you doing?" "Trying to get out." "Hey, how'd you get out?" "The door's all open, but they locked down again." "What?" "Look, I gotta go." Indy was in an office looking through the desk drawers. Files, everything. I opened the exit door. I walked outside and went left around the back of the jail. I could hear the jail doors click open again, and then there was a gunshot. Blam! I peeked into one of the cell windows. All I could see was a bunch of people's heads moving in unison to the right and then disappear. They were moving the body and searching it, the officer's body. Then I heard Charlie yelling, "Don't leave me! Teddy, get me out!" "Huh? The doors are open." "I'm too weak from trying to get out. Open my door for me." This guy was a moron. I continue to the end of the building and peek around the corner. I see some motorcycles and a car across the street. Oh, and across the street is an armored truck parked next to a house. To the left of the house is another house, and an officer is getting in his car when this person attacks him. The guy looks real dirty, like he's been mud wrestling and then wrecked. His face looked like road rash. I took off toward the armored truck and stood against the house under the carport. Beyond was some parked cars and some sort of walled-off building. Then I heard it, a loud buzz, like a giant door opening. Sirens wailed, and then I heard growling and heavy breathing. A pack of wild dogs with road rash bodies came out of the gate to the strange building. The door to the house was locked. I kicked hard and it opened. I went inside. Nobody was home. I closed the door as the dogs ran past and up the street towards the jail. I went to the kitchen and searched the cabinets. I found some food in the fridge and drank some water. Then 2 vans drove past. The other contestants were pushed out and a bunch of soldiers got out. The house had nothing in it. The phones didn't work. I searched the closet in the bedroom, and that's when I heard someone come through the busted door. Crap. I stood against the wall. It wasn't a dog, but a human, but he smelled horrible and was breathing weirdly. He walked past the bedroom and into the kitchen. That's when I darted out and back outside. I moved to the other side of the truck and checked the passenger door. Unlocked. I got in and locked both the doors. Then I searched the truck. All I found was the title, but behind the seat was a door to the back. I opened it, and there was a metal box inside with a lock on it. I kicked it several times, but it wouldn't break, and I hurt my foot in the process. I'm so useless. I looked out the back, and people were fighting in the street. What the hell's going on out there? Is this the contest? I got out of the truck and went to the back. I could see a hardware store. 2 guys were running my way and into the house. It was Charlie and Quincy. "Let's search this house. There might be guns inside." "Yeah, right," I thought, and ran back toward the jail. More road rash-faced people were grouped up in front of a store. I took off toward the hardware store and ran past 2 of them. One grabbed me and threw me to the ground. I had to fight for my life. He was trying to bite me. His eyes were dead inside and smelled like rotten flesh. "They're freaking zombies." I kicked a knee and got my feet under it and shoved it off. I got up and ran back toward the jail and behind a hearse. A hearse? That's kind of weird. The passenger door was unlocked, so I got in and locked the door. The zombie got up and walked past me. Soldiers were shooting the other contestants with darts. Weddle was attacked by a zombie, and then he died. Some had gotten into the hardware store and were fighting the zombies. Chang was taller than me and was about 240 pounds. He found a maul, which is a hammer/axe, and was knocking off heads of zombies. Max ran past me and then past the house toward the parked cars near the strange building. I saw some soldiers enter the house where Quincy and Charlie were at. I searched the hearse, but only found a flask of whiskey. I kept it just in case I needed to set something on fire. Then I tried to hotwire the hearse. I'd never done this before. I shocked myself several times. I sat there not knowing what to do. Others ran past as another siren sounded. Then I saw two lizard-like things come down the street. They were bigger than me and covered in scales. I kept trying to start the hearse. Now I was scared and in panic mode. People were actually dying. Then I saw a black 4x4 come flying past. Everyone outside got in, and they went up the street a bit and got out and were taking lumber from the hardware store and loading it into the truck. What the heck are they doing? There's a war going on. Then Max got out of the truck, opened a metal box like the one I saw in the armored truck, and started handing out weapons. Well, crap. Maybe the armored truck had weapons. Anyways, finally the hearse started, and I drove past the store and houses, but the road ended at the parking lot near the building. Then I saw Sin. He went up to the building near a vent. I could hear what was going on. "Hello, Sin." Well, it was really an electronic voice, but he said, "Who are you? How do you know my name?" Sin went to the gate where the monsters came out trying to get in. I saw a helicopter on the roof with a guard standing by. Then Sin came over to where I was and got out of the hearse. And I got out of the hearse. "Hey, Sin, my name's Derek. What's going on?" "My car is at the hardware store. I'm going back for it." "I can give you a ride." "No, I'm going to take off through the trees and in front of the building and around the back. I'll meet you there." He took off running. I don't know why he just didn't get in the car with me. I got back in and drove up between the buildings next to an electrical box. Electrical box? I just realized there's no power. Everything's dark or getting dark. But that's why there's no power. I need to find some way to turn the power back on. By this time, it was now pitch black outside. I turned off the car, but now one of the monsters was standing in front of the car. I just sat there in the driver's seat, not moving, like they did in the Jurassic Park movie when the T-Rex was searching for the brother and sister. All the soldiers lay dead on the ground. Max's truck drove by and ran over some zombies. The monster left to follow. I got out and headed for the hardware store. Inside, I found some screwdrivers to get the panel off the electrical box. I also found a machete. This will come in handy. Someone else came into the store. It was Indy. "Hey, what's going on? Where'd everybody go?" "Max went to rescue Quincy. Everyone else is either captured or killed." "Whoa, I found a machete." "Good. We'll need it. There's lumber in Max's truck. We're going to board up the windows next door and use that as our base when he returns." Then I heard the sirens blare again. I went outside to get in the hearse. Indy asked if he could go with me. That's when a pack of dogs came up to us. "Come on, Derek, we can take these." "What? You got a machete? They're easy to kill." We got out and I attacked one as Indy attacked another. The other four attacked us. One bit my leg, but I whacked it a few times and cut off its head. Indy took down one and then two. I was bleeding and it hurt really bad, but I kept fighting. I didn't want to die. "Let's go. Let's leave." "No, we gotta wait for Max. Let me call him." He pulled out a walkie-talkie. Or a radio, what do you want to call it? "Max, where are you?" "Fighting zombies. I'll be there soon. They killed Wolf." "Sorry to hear that. See you soon." We finally killed all the dogs. I had to sit down. I felt so tired. Another siren sounded, and another pack of dogs came. "Indy, I can't make it. I'm leaving. Max isn't coming. Get in the car and we can leave. I'm bleeding and wore out. I'm not willing to die waiting on Max." I'm not going. Stay here and fight. This guy's nuts. Hell no. I closed the door and put the car in reverse. If you want to stay here and die, that's up to you. I backed up until he was out of sight, then turned off the car and fell asleep.